Hey, welcome to the Car Connection Workshop. Your host, Niall Motormouth Jenkins, in the driver's seat today. This YouTube video brought to us by City Auto Sales and Leasing. Low mileage, quality vehicles at fair prices. Check in with Mama Louise and her wonderful husband, Earl, the car guy. He is a car enthusiast. He doesn't push, pull, and drag any junk to their lot. You'll get quality vehicles at fair prices and in-house financing available to you. So if you're looking for something specific and they don't have it, you need Earl, the car guy, because they have the resources to find it for you. Save you 1,000 steps. Let's jump right into this morning's video. It has a lot to do with this and a secret. So I'm sharing a secret with you. So my question, put the answer in the comments. If I share my exhaust secret with you, is it still a secret? Can it still be a secret? Let me know. Put it in the comments. All right, so here goes. I'm giving up another secret. I can't believe it. Can't believe it, but here it goes. So here's what we ran into on the Rocket, the 99 Honda Civic DX, 319,000 kilometers. Remember, mileage doesn't matter. Maintenance does. If you suck at maintenance, there is nothing we can do for you here with all this equipment. Nothing. Nothing we can help you with. So this should look familiar. If you saw episode 1, I harvested this from the old muffler. This is the tailpipe. I needed a piece of pipe, and it's in really good shape. So let them see that, Skippy. Really good shape. I just cleaned it up for a reason. So what you have to have is, on the pipe that's under there coming from the front, which is a very expensive pipe, which I don't care to replace just because there's a piece of pipe missing. Now watch. This has to have a collar to slide onto coming out of the pipe that meets the muffler. So you're going to see in a minute. I got it all done under there. You'll see that in the next episode. I was busy, okay? And I didn't want to blind you welding, so. And it won't matter how good a welder you are, just as long as you get the thing on there. So here's how I do it. You need to have this much material right here, from this edge to this edge, sticking out from the pipe that goes to the front and that the muffler fastens to. So it goes over just like this, exactly like this. So it's going to sit on a piece of pipe sticking out of the front pipe heading towards the muffler. So that's the inlet side to the muffler. But if this is gone, you don't have anything to put this on. And you're not going to be able to put that in there and then put the flangerati on the end of the muffler, which you'll see in a minute. And this gasket won't stay in there. It'll get blown out by the exhaust. So it has to have a foundation to lay on. Just like that. Then the muffler flange comes over top of it, and it's concave. So it's dished. So it's going to come around this, and then it sits on that. It'll butt up against the next flange, but it's sitting on this piece of pipe. So what do? Here's my secret. So I go under there with the flapper wheel or my grindstone on my grinder, and I grind the surface off nice and clean, because I'm going to attach a piece of this to that pipe. But I'm not going to attach it like you think I might attach it, which is on the outside. No. You can't. And the reason you can't is because if I put a bead of weld on the outside and hold this to the pipe, which I can, this gasket won't sit flat here because you've got a bead of weld going all the way around. So fellas, it won't work. But you can do it if you want to, but you'll see. You better get a few of these. And these aren't cheap anymore. This is like $23 now. They used to be like $6. And that's my cost, because it's a compression gasket. Who cares? So you cannot run a bead of weld here. You have to run a bead of weld inside. And then that's why I say it doesn't matter how ugly it is, guys. If it looks like pigeon poo welding, don't worry about it. So I take my fine tip Milwaukee, little product placement. No, I bought this. Yeah. So Milwaukee, you can send me a box of these. Happy guy. So you take your pointed marker and you go all the way around and make sure you got the tip down, not like this, because that's a different measurement. Because you can't make this, here's the secret, another secret, you cannot make this piece of pipe longer or shorter. It has to be the inside diameter of this gasket. There you go. It can't be shorter and it can't be longer, because if it's shorter, this gasket is going to crumple up like a piece of Reynolds aluminum. It has to be exact. Why? Because the gasket is going to push against the other flange this way. See, it's going this way, and the other flange is cupped. Let me show you if I can get it. See how this is cupped? That's how that's going to go in there, just like that. So we're not crushing the gasket to make it seal. It's sitting against the other flange. This is going to come up against it, and the gasket can't go anywhere because this is against the forward flange. That's how it's going to seal. So now you know how that's going to work, because that's exactly how it's going to work. Be quiet, stay. So then you take a hacksaw or a cutting disc. I use a hacksaw because I want a very fine cut to take this piece of material off and make it exact. So that's why I'll just make sure I have my line all the way around. I'm not going to cut it. You guys can do that on your own. But this, it doesn't take long to do this. But you know what? It doesn't matter. We're not on time. It's doing the job right. So now I cut that piece just like that. Cut it off. Take it to the grinder or file it so there's no burr on it. Then I put my pliers on that little piece like this to hold it. And then I'm going to put that little section up against my pipe, and then I'm going to tack weld it. Just one little tack weld on the outside with the MIG welder to hold it for me. Then I'm going to go on the inside, because now you only have about a 1/2 inch. So you've got it tack welded on the pipe. It's holding it for you. Now you go on the inside and just tack weld it in 3 or 4 places. And now it's going to stay there. And now when your gasket goes in there, it's going to cover that from the inside, and it'll be sealed. You're good to go, Elvis. Yeah. So that's all you got to do. It will work. So if you want to weld it all the way around inside, you can do that. I usually do about 3/4 and 3/4, and then I call it a day. Because sometimes trying to weld, I'm not good at welding this way. I can do it, but it looks like pigeon poo welding. So I'll just tell you, it looks like pigeon poo welding. Because it's tricky straight up. Vertical welding I'm not great at. But I still do it. So that's how you got to fix it, because if you don't do this, you got to change that whole pipe that goes to the front. Even though the pipe is good, the flange is good that you're going to bolt to, just because this is missing. And that's what happens to them, because of that flange, moisture and acids from the exhaust sit right here at that connection. Every connection on an exhaust system is where the moisture collects, mixes with the carbon and all the other stuff that's in there, and it creates an acid, and that's where it rots your exhaust out. Where does it rot? The bottom of the muffler, where the weep hole is, where a flange is, where another flange is, and it's all due to the acids. So there's my secret. Let me know if it's still a secret, because I've had this secret for quite a while. And now I let you know the secret, and, well, cat's out of the bag now, isn't it? You can't put it back in the bag now. So that's how that works. That's how I do it every time, as long as that front pipe and the flange is good. Even if the flange is no good, you can get a split flange and you can put that on there and you're still good to go. As long as that pipe is solid, A rotten flange doesn't bother me at all because I'll just I'll cut it off and I'll put a flange on and I'll weld it in place. Done. Saves you a lot of money. Now, if you don't have a MIG welder, you're going to need to know somebody who does, who can do that repair for you, but it's cheaper than replacing the whole thing. That's why you have to have Jesse. Jesse is Captain Exhaust. So the 97 FJ, not FJ, TJ is going up to Jesse's fab shop to do the exhaust for us. So he's doing us a real good justice there so we can finish it off. And that means putting a custom exhaust on so we get the exhaust away from the oil pan, because you don't want to be doing that. And number two, he's changing a bracket so we have the front linkage connected where it should. So you'll have to watch that follow-up video, because once it comes back, it's leaving this week. Once the 97 TJ comes back, I'll be outside this door welding up the floor and putting one frame mount, cab mount in, and then changing the interior over, and then it's going for a safety inspection. So it's getting like this close to hitting the highway. We hit the highway. I've heard that somewhere. So stick around for the next part, because you and me are going to install that muffler on the rocket. So we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, because we need to get to our first 1,000. We can't do it without you. So like, share, and do the whole package, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Oh yeah, if you're enjoying the videos like I know you are, ring the notification bell. It works.